techniques I'm teaching you, I'm telling you, there ain't 10% of the country that knows them. You master them, you'll kick ass, all right? It's all lifting rather than pushing. You can feel it how you get close to it. Let's talk about voice inflection, all right? I don't know where this exactly fits in, but come on here, fellas. Whenever we strike a blow, whether it's on a pass protection or a run block, if you'll notice how I do it when I demonstrate, if I'm going to hit Chris here, all right, and I'm not coaching the technique, I just want you to feel the air coming out of my lungs. Okay, just bend down a little bit. I'm going to block him, okay? I'm too small to block him, but I can pretend like I'm blocking him. Watch what I do here. Ready? I'm going to... All right, one more time. Ready? You feel that energy that's come out of me? I will say that your block will be increased 15 to 20% if you let it all out, because there's that extra little thrust. Boom. One more time. I want to make it a little tougher on him. You're a strong guy. Make it a little tougher on him so you really got to strain. They got like this. You really got to like, so you can see them. Okay. One more time. One more time. Here we go. If we're doing a pass block, okay, and you just come at me. Come on. All right. And just like the tennis people, when they grunt, they're not grunting to disrupt the crowd. They're grunting to get more power and acceleration on the strike. So why don't we just do this, all right? Everybody there, just move your feet, okay? And I'll say, when I do this, I want to hear you grunt as if you're hitting somebody. All right, ready? Move your feet. Move your feet. Ready? All right, ready? Okay. You understand what we're doing? But it's got to be natural. It can't be something that's unnatural. That's something I do not want to miss. I'm going to use the chalkboard over here, and we're going to talk about firing out on a running play. Where's the ball going? What's our footwork? We'll get into anchorability now and the approach of a block. Here's the center. Here's the quarterback. We're all good on that, all right? Here'll be a right guard and a right tackle. Here'd be a left guard and a left tackle. The first thing we're going to talk about, all right, is the ball coming right over our butt, all right? So this ball would be going right over the right guard. It could be going right over the center. It could be going right over the right tackle. The point I'm making is the approach of the running back and the football is going to be right up their fannies, all right? So for example, the center would be blocking a nose guard one-on-one when the ball's coming right up the center's butt. All right, if we're working with a right guard, all right, this guy would be head up with him. So we're working on a head up man when the ball's coming right over the top of him. So if I'm a right guard, the ball is coming right over the top of us. If I'm a right tackle, I have a man directly on me, the ball's coming right over me. So what we're working on now, fellas, is we are working on the ball carrier running right up our fanny. So again, I'll draw 3 different diagrams so I'm not confusing anybody. Okay, this is what we're gonna do in this next little deal. All right, if we have a center, the ball's going to be going right up his butt. If we're working with a right guard, okay, the ball's going right up his butt, okay? If I'm the right tackle, the ball's coming right over his butt. So everybody's going to practice blocking a man that's right directly on him, all right? So that's why I wanted to use this diagram, all right? That's why it's very important for you dads at home and you players at home to know where is the football going, all right? So we are not practicing a play where the ball's going way over here. So the ball is coming right behind us. We are at the point of attack, all right? We're going to call this footwork jab and pop. So we're going to demonstrate now, and we're going to demonstrate how we approach the block, etc. Chris, you be like a defensive guy. It's as if I am blocking this man. The runner is coming right behind us, okay? So what I'm going to do with these guys is I am going to let them lean on each other. I'm the blocker. I'm going to lean on Chris, all right? So if you'll notice my footwork, and these guys will do it, if I'm the blocker, watch my first step, all right? I want to fire off the ball, but watch my first step. You lean on me a little bit, but there you go. Did everybody just see what I did, all right? I didn't go backwards with my body, all right? I actually went forward with my body, but watch what the first foot does. I lowered my center of gravity. Do you understand what I'm talking about? All right, now watch my second step. All right, I go low, then lower. Again, I will show you the drill. Low, second step lower, and then right from there, I'm gonna explode my hips, both my feet are on the ground. We call this a jab and pop. Jab and pop. Everything is short steps, but again, fellas, we're not teaching the boys to fire out like that because we want to keep our base. We're lowering our center of gravity. The important thing is the upper body goes first. So, I'm up here, young man. Chris will demonstrate this from all angles. Let's get him from behind first. Let's say he's the right tackle. All right? Now, I want you to lean on him, buddy. Put your just hands on him. Lean on him real strong. All right? When I say set hut, watch this foot come up and down. Watch this second step go forward. Watch how he lowers his center of gravity on his first two steps. Now, let me talk about a major thing. With this type of blocking, see this butt here? We want anchorability. Anchorability is the ability to have some lead in your butt here. Strength, core strength, the ability to knock somebody back off the football. So we're working real hard on our squats, our power cleans, our deadlifts, whatever the strength coaches of the core training teach us, but this is probably the most important block of one-on-one blocking. The lead in your butt, the anchorability you have, and able to roll your hips and knock somebody off the ball. So if you got a skinny little butt, we got to get it a little bit fatter. Okay, Chris, let's just go set hut. Let's watch his footwork from all angles. So we're going to watch this foot first. The ball's coming over here. He'll treat this as the play side. We would call him, if he's the center, let's say we called this a two-hole play. Going right up the even number, we'll have Chris be the right guard. Here's the center, all right? All right, here we go. The ball's coming right over him. Okay, buddy, put your hands on him. All right, lean on him now. Watch his footwork on the hut. Ready, set, hut. One more time, all right? One more time. Watch how he lowers his center of gravity. First step, low. Second step, lower. When he hits the guy, he hits him off both feet. His feet aren't in the air. Ready, set, hut. Okay, all right. Let's look at that sideways now, okay? He's the right guard. Watch the foot. Now, what you should see in video, fellas, you should see his upper body going forward. That's why we have him lean on the guy. Because if we just did this on air, they'd be looking like this. Pass blocking. It's not pass blocking. We want the upper body to go forward, all right? Okay, here we go. Put him right head on him. That's why we have him lean on the guy. Lean on him. Watch this foot. It's really not going to go anywhere. He just lowers his center of gravity so he can get this foot on the ground. 1, 2, strike and lift. On hut. Ready? Set. Hut. One more time. Here we go. One more time. Make sure you don't step forward, Chris. Just pick it up and put it down. One more time. Here we go. On the hut. Ready? Set. Hut. Okay. Let's do the same thing now. Let's have Sam come up here. Let's have Sam be the left tackle. Here's the football. Sam, you're the left tackle. Chris, why don't you step in at left guard? Okay, why don't you get right on the top of him, all right? So we'll move over, we'll look at him from two different angles. All right, now we're looking at him from behind. So this is the first foot he's gonna pick up, all right? The ball carrier, there's the center, all right? The ball carrier is gonna run right up Sam's butt right here and make a cut this way. So he's gonna go straight ahead to block this man, all right? So this foot should pick up and go right down in place and get the second step on the ground. Okay, fit yourself in, big man. All right, lean on him. Really lean forward, Sam, so you feel like you can go forward, all right? Let's watch that left foot on hut. Ready, set, hut. Okay, attaboy. One more time. Here we go. Left foot first, then right foot. Put the whole foot on the ground, big man. Here we go. Ready, set, hut. That's a baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do it from the side. That was excellent, Sam. Let's do it from this side right here. He's the left tackle. You get right over him. Get it left guard, Chris, right here, buddy. All right. Here's the ball. Okay, so we're going to watch Sam block a guy straight ahead. The ball's coming right over him. He'll pick this foot up and put it down. This right here, fellas, that is the staggered foot. That's the foot's behind. What we're doing is opening the hips so I can get the second step down. He needs to go low and lower. Here we go. On hut. Ready? Bend her down, bud. Set. Hut. Attaboy. One more time. One more time. See, that first step really doesn't go forward. If this foot is back deep enough in his stance, he might just pick it up and put it down. If this foot's more up, he may drop it a little bit. One more time, big man. Here we go. On the hut. Ready? Set. Hut. Atta baby, good, good, good. It's kind of a momentum step, all right? Okay, let's go with you, son, here. What's more comfortable for you, right side?
Right.
Right side, okay, right tackle or right guard? Guard. Okay, right guard, come on over here. All right, Chris, if you could be straight on him. Sam, why don't you be the center? Okay, right here. Okay, here we go. Bend down, big man. All right, put your hands on him. There you go, lean on him, okay? So lean on him real good. So when we take this first step and you pick it up and put it down, don't step forward, pick it up, put it down. I want to see how low you can go when you pick that foot up and put it down. I want to see that second step, come down, and then kind of roll your hips. On the hut, ready, set, hut. There you go, one more time, okay? What he did with the second step, he's a young guy, he's going to get better at it. He went like this, and he dropped that foot back, right? This foot gains a little ground. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go, attaboy. One more time, big man. Here we go, on hut. Fit yourself in, ready, set, hut. Okay, there you go. Okay, good. We've kind of got the idea there. What I'm going to do with Chris now, I'm going to isolate one thing. Okay, Sam, if you can get over the top of him. All right, right straight ahead like we did before. There you go, bud. All right, now what I want you to really notice, he'd be the right tackle, okay? The ball is in here, okay? You get in here, right guard, buddy. I want you to pay attention to the key of this one-on-one drive block. And what I'm going to show you here now, fellas, is that we're going to talk about low, low, and lower. And right now, 1, 2, both feet are on the ground, and 1, 2, whoo. You see what I just did? When both feet are on the ground, 1, 2, that's when I really roll my hips. And that's, remember earlier we talked about keeping your knees bent? 1, 2, rolling the hips, right? He might bring his feet with him a little bit, all right? That little bit of a pause. 1, 2, strike. It isn't like I'm racing off the ball. 1, 2, strike. 1, 2, strike. My feet are on the ground. That's where you have your most power, when both feet are on the ground. Okay, let's just do that. So I need a little resistance, Sam. All right, ready? On the hut, ready? I want to see those hips roll. I want to see you, that really second step. Set, hut. Yeah, beautiful. Do it again. Watch those hips roll. Okay, watch the footwork. What do you notice? One foot's behind the other, his feet are on the ground, his knees are bent. He lowers his center of gravity on the first step. His second step, he tries to get lower, then he rolls his hips. On the hut, ready, set, hut. Yeah, baby, do it one more time. One more time. Watch the hip roll. One more time. Watch how he rolls his hips, but he still keeps his knees bent. Set, hut. Yeah, baby, okay. Hey, 234, roll your hips. Look, thank you. You know what you're doing, right? You're going to Michigan, to Notre Dame, or you're going, look at son, look at, here, boom, 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 boom. You're just going here, here, here. Roll your hips. Let's go with Sam up. Yep. So here's the left tackle. Look how big he is, all right? All right, you be the left guard, young man. Here's the center right in here. All right, so while we're looking for Sam, and fellas, the reason we do this drill with the guy leaning on him, this guy needs to put a lot of pressure on him so our blocker fires forward. If he did it on air versus nobody, he would fall down on his face. So we want to give the illusion, fellas, we're going forward. We're not going backwards, but we're lowering our center of gravity by dropping that foot a little bit. Okay, let's fit big man in here. So Sam, what I want to see is low and lower and snap the hips. See the nice knee bend here? See this knee bend here? He's got flexible ankles. On hut, ready, set, hut. That's what I'm talking about. One more time. Watch the power he generates when he gets both feet on the ground. Bang, bang, and roll your hips, Sam. Set, hut. That's what I'm talking about. Did you see that thrust? That's because he had a base. He didn't step with this foot first, and then if he went a second step here, he'd be on a tightrope when the ball's coming over the top of us. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you what we're going to do now is we've got a center, say a right guard or right tackle. Let's go with a center, left guard, and left tackle. Now let's put the guy on our outside shoulder. This would be a nose guard. All right, this would be a defensive tackle. All right, this would be a defensive end. We call these guys shaded nose guards, 3 techniques or 5 techniques. All right, I've got a nose guard on the left shoulder of the center, a tackle on the left shoulder of the guard, and a defensive end on the left shoulder of the tackle. Same block, same play, the ball's still coming behind us, still coming behind us, still coming behind us, but now our guy is to our outside. He's not directly over us. We're not going to progress to many more blocks in this section, fellas, because we want to master the one-on-one block versus the man head up with us and on our outside shoulder. So therefore, because the guy's on our outside shoulder, okay, the blocking angle we're going to use, we're going to take the guy in that angle. You see what we're doing? We're going to take him that way. We're not trying to get lateral and upfield. We're trying to take him back on the angle that he lines up on. Okay, so the footwork is going to be pretty much the same, but here's what we're going to do, okay? If I could get Chris up here. All right, and I will just demonstrate for the boys. Now, if I am the right guard, give me that ball, would you, young man? Here we go. Baby. If I'm the right guard, now this guy is on my outside shoulder, all right? We're good with that? The ball's still coming up my fanny. Footwork is pretty much similar, but watch my right foot. Instead of just jabbing and going straight ahead, watch this foot. It braces on the, watch my whole body rotate, okay? This knee drives down. Watch this knee, and I'll show you from all angles. Is this knee, bang. Watch a total rotation of the body. So if I'm going to my right, because the guy's on my outside shoulder, but I'm still leaning forward. So I'm opening my hips, so my second step can get on that angle. I want to take the guy back on that angle. So we still lean on the guy, but he's outside of us now. And when I give the command, it'll look like this. Okay? So now we've got to block the guy on an angle because he's on an angle. If we take him and drive him this way, the ball carrier will cut behind us. If he goes inside, the ball carrier stay out here, but generally I have help from my buddy if he slants. This is the center. This is the right guard, okay? All right, this is the right side of our line. We have an offensive tackle over there. So I'm going to put Sam on his outside shoulder, bend down. So this is the right guard, okay? If he's the right tackle, this could be a 5 technique that people call it. If he's a right guard, he's in the 3 position. He's on the outside shoulder. So what Chris has got to do, if the ball's coming behind him, he's got to put his helmet on this number, and his body's got to take the defensive guy back this way. He's not trying to hook him. So for the nature of the drill, we'll still lean on Chris so he feels like he's got weight going forward. He'll stay square, but then when he takes his footwork, and we'll just slow-mo the footwork, he will take that foot up and put it down. Remember that first block we called when the guy was head up with us, we called that jab and pop. Remember, the guy's head up with us, I'm on the right side of the line, it would look like this. Bang, bang, 1, 2. Now the guy's on our outside shoulder, bang, we call that a brace because you're bracing it in the ground. Brace. And then our second step comes on that angle. We can call that a pop step too. We got to pop it on the ground. We got to get it on the ground right away. All right, let's just go with a little demonstration, Chris. If you can fit your body in, lean on him still. All right, now, his whole angle should turn like this. His whole body should end up driving the guy on that angle. Here we go, on the hut. Ready, set, hut. One more time, here we go. Same thing, Chris, when you get that second step on the ground, roll your hips. So I still want to see low and lower, okay? When I give the command to knee, Chris, just drive that knee down, okay? Don't move your other foot. Ready? Knee. One more time. Ready? Knee. One more time. Knee. Okay, you see the combination of stepping with this foot with the brace step, this knee going down. You see that whole combination gets everything going on that angle, but he's still leaning forward, all right? Now, when he takes his second step, it's still low and lower, but now I still want you to roll your hips. Again, the point being, once he goes 1, 2, his feet are on the ground. So the good question is, well, what if the guys back off the ball a little bit? Well, what we said earlier, we'd have to duck into him. We'd have to keep our feet wide base, short step, bang, 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 and then before we get to him, lower your center of gravity, low and lower. Okay, he's pretty, lean on him. Here we go. All right, so we're going to block this guy who's on the angle. Now, Chris, I got to see low and lower in the hip snap. Ready, set, hut. That's it. One more time. Watch his hips. Whack. One more time. Here we go. On the hut. Ready, set, hut. Okay, beautiful. Okay, Sam's got a guy on his outside shoulder. He's going to drive him straight off the ball. He'll pick this foot up and put it down. This knee will drive down. Just drive the knee down. Don't even move your second step, all right? Watch his right knee. Knee. One more time. Knee. One more time. Knee. Now he's going to move his left foot, but remember, his left foot is going to pick up and it's going to go on this angle now. This angle. All right, that's good. See his demeanor? See his flat feet on the ground? On hut. Set, hut. Atta baby, good, good. One more time. One more time. 1, 2, low and lower. Low and lower, roll your hips. What I noticed with Sam, I want everybody to note this. All right, this is a giant man here. When Sam did his blocking, 1, 2, as he was driving, watch, he straightened his knees out a little bit. Here's what we're looking for. Critical coaching point. As I'm driving and lifting, 1, 2, watch me lift. The knees, see the knees? The knees are still bent, and my knees end up turning out. We call that ending up in the cowboy. I'll get to that later. You're going like this, you're going 1, 2, and now watch your feet. I want 1, 2, 2. See that? See that? Watch my knees, they go out like that. I'm climbing a big tree, like I'm a cowboy. You see that? As you're moving him, those legs spread. Watch him as he's driving and lifting, he still should have knee bend. If he straightens the knees out, he's lost all his power. So that hip roll, that thrust comes from your core, your anchor ability. Ooh. Okay, here we go. On a hut. Ready, set, hut. Yeah! Beautiful. Do it one more time from the side. Watch how he ends up. He ends up like a cowboy. He starts out, right, fellas, like a jet plane. But he ends up like a cowboy riding a horse. Because the closer you get to a guy, when you lift him, you're going to end up with your feet like that, like you're climbing a big tree. Okay, one more time. I want you to notice the cowboy effect, like he's riding a horse. On the hut. Ready, set, hut. Okay, good. Okay, let's have our young guy go. Let's put you on the right side, big guy. Okay, let's get right over here. Let's say he's the right guard. Okay, Sambo, you're the defensive guy on his shoulder. You're going to put your hands on him, right, buddy? Remember, you're going to pick that foot up and put it down, but you're going to turn on an angle. Here we go. Lean on him real good now. Lean on him. Lean on him. Lean forward. Okay, your right foot's going to go first. Ready, set, hut. Okay, go back one more time. Here we go. All right, you'll notice what he did. He's a young guy. He's got a lot of power. But you'll notice what he did is he just hopped like that, all right? So it's got to be 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Low, lower. You got to go boom, boom, go forward. You're just staying in place, okay? So we want to move forward. Last one up with our young guy here on the hut. Here we go. Put your hands on him. Move forward. Ready, set, hut. Oh, okay, there you go. Very good. Now let's talk about the hands now. How do we shoot the hands on this one-on-one drive block? We call it, and I call it, and the people that use our type of blocking, we call it a double under block, all right? Now let me share what I'm talking about here. When we fire out the use of the hands, remember the first thing we talked about, the hands, we're rolling meatballs, which means we don't want our hands to be out here. We don't want to strike our hands like this. All right, we want our hands in here tight, tight. We do not want this. We don't want to fire out and flail our hands. Why? The defensive guy puts his hands on us first. Hands inside wins. So we're trying to get our hands inside of the defensive guy. And defensive guys, bend down, big guy, when they come off the ball, they shoot their hands straight ahead like that. Well, if our hands are way out here, we don't get our hands inside. Man whose hands inside wins. Okay, the next drill we're going to do still work on the one-on-one drive block is what we call a turtle drill. If you'll remember all these drills we did with the feet and the hands, the lifting, the bent knee. If I could get Chris up here, Dash, if you could come up in here and just go ahead and fit yourself in like you're going to do the climb, you know, double under lift and this, that, the other. If you'll notice, see how high he is? So everything we've been working is the hands, the lifting, rolling the hips, go ahead, move in a little bit, you know, all this type of stuff, lift him right up, okay. But the point is, if he was actually in the game and blocking a guy, go ahead, get down like a defensive guy, all right, buddy? If a defensive guy was across from him coming across the ball, our blocker here, he can't stand straight up. So I want to make sure you guys at home understand this, that we were just practicing the use of the hands. Now to actually block the defender so we don't stand up, we've got to be able to use our same footwork, whether it's jab and pop or brace and pop. Our helmet at least has got to be flush to his helmet. And I don't mean with our head down where we're going to break our neck and do anything against proper safety. We have to bull the neck. But what I'm saying is we cannot stand straight up, all right? So the drill, we call this a turtle drill. You know how a turtle's head comes out of its shell, like bang, you see that turtle? So what we're going to do to combine the hat and the hands, all right? We got to keep our neck bold. We are going to put part of the face in there, but we're not going to duck our head like that. It's a total legal block. We have our face mask. We're actually working more for the outside number of the man on our drive block, but I just want to show you what we do with this turtle drill. We would have helmets on, but for the nature of this drill, since we're not going full speed, we're not using the helmets. So if you could just get down, put your hands behind your back, attaboy. We'll do it from all angles. All right, now bend real low, buddy. You know how you bend? Yeah. Remember the first drill we did, how low we bent? Now, with a footwork, all right, he's going to go low and lower, all right? You're going to come forward just about that low. You're not going to stand. And what they're going to do, they're going to get nose to nose. We're not going to get a bloody nose now, but I want to show you how low the helmet has got to be, and the head and the shoulders. We can't just stand up, right? So you just kind of back up a little bit there. Dash, all right, you just come forward. Watch, he'll go low and lower, and watch where he places his head, his forehead. Pretend his neck is bold. He's got his head up. He's not going to drop his head. Here we go, on hut. You just come forward a little bit. All right, don't stand straight up. You be a little, come across like a D lineman, on hut. Ready, set, hut. Okay, one more time. But I want him to go even a little lower, so I need you to go. He's a big, tall guy, right? Low and lower. So what I really need to see, like we did earlier, I need to see low, low, lower. 1, 2, then the turtle comes out. 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, boom. Okay, here we go. Pretend like he will bring his hands, but just to train that we've got to stay low, we cannot stand up and put our nose on the top of his head. It's either under his chin or right flush to him. His aiming point is the outside number. Let's go one more time. All right, here we go. On the hut, ready? Ready, but a little lower now. Back up a little bit more. Dash, here we go. Just come forward slow and end up just putting it forehead on forehead. I need you to go lower though, Chris. Ready, set, hut. Boom. You see that? You see what? Now, so what I'm saying to you fellas, go ahead, just fit yourself in right like you were. Okay, go ahead, bend down. All right, put your, move over a little bit. Attaboy. All right, go ahead, bend down. All right, all right, all right. Do you see, head out here. All right. All right, do you see when he makes contact right there? He's not going to stand up like we're doing the drill of the hands, all right? That's how low we have to be with our hat. Now let's just walk slow into the block. He'll walk into the block, and now he'll use his hands at the same time and do the double underlift. Okay, we'll just go half speed. Here we go, on hut. Low and lower. I got to have you lower though. Ready? Set, hut. Boom. All right, you with me now? And then he might take 3 or 4 more steps. Now watch when he actually does the block and able to use his hands. What are the coaching points for the whole block? He's going to get low and lower, okay? If the guy's head up with him, remember jab and pop. If he's on the shoulder, brace and pop. But the whole thing now is we have to be able to come off the ball, clap our hands and keep them low, right? We're coming under, but the combination of the hat and the hands lifting allows us not to stand straight up, and we still, so we're just going to go half speed, all right? You come across a little bit. You're going to touch foreheads, right? Right down the middle. He's going to grab your chest, all right? Ready, set, hut. All right, now lift, climb. Perfect. One more time. See how the whole block progresses? But the key is, fellas, the key is the low, lower strike, okay? Again, if the guy's a linebacker, watch this. Now I've got to go ahead and duck into him, bang, 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 but just before I strike, watch me gather myself. Bang, 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 boom. All right, I'm not going to go that slow. I'm just doing it as a slow demo, but I'm always in my duck. Bam, 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 bam. Now just before I hit him, low, lower, boom, lift. So if the guy's off the ball some, you have to do your duck demeanor until you get to him. All right, one more time. Watch how tight his hands are. He does not flail his arms. Here we go, on hut. Ready, set, hut. You understand out there at home, people, the running back we're blocking for is probably 6 to 8 yards deep. Just think how long it takes him to hold the block. We're not running the wishbone offense or the wing T right now. These are one-on-one drive blocks, right? So he has to hold the block. Therefore, he cannot fire out with a real flat back 100 miles an hour because this man will shed him. This is more of a hit, lift, sustain. We're still trying to move him off the ball, pancake him, but it's with lifting action. That's why the whole thing out there, flexibility, anchorability, well, the whole key is bending. Watch the bending. Low, lower, low, lower. So back home, dads, low, lower, low, lower, low, lower turtle, low, lower turtle, low, turtle, lift, 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 lift. Okay, here we go. One more time. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. On the hut. Ready? Set. Hut. Perfect. Okay. All right. Let's have Big Sam up. We'll just do the turtle drill. You're on defense. All right. Now this is a big, tall man, Sam. How tall are you? 6'8"? Yep. Oh, 6'8". Okay. So again, he is a tall guy. So he's really got to be able to bend. So that's why it's important, flexibility, right? He's going to stand up anyway because he's so tall. So he's got to really bend his knees. Okay, buddy, let's be like on the right side. Hands behind your back. Back up a little bit, pal. All right, I want to see how low you can get on your first 2 steps, and then just hat the hat without banging each other's hats. Set, hut. There you go. Beautiful. One more time. Here we go. Now just visualizing that helmet snap, chin up so he doesn't duck his head. No injuries, bull the neck. Here we go, on the hut. Ready, set, hut. Okay, good. All right, now let's put the whole block together, okay? All right, so you're just gonna kind of come across. You're not gonna really collide. Hell, point is, dads out there, players, young players, you cannot stand straight up, right? It's a combination of bending your knees, that your chin, right, is tucked in like you're bench pressing, but you've got to go ahead and at least get chin to chin or face mask to face mask. Here we go. Now watch him use his hands. Now he's never done this before, Big Sam, but let's see if he comes off the ball with his hands tight, you know what I mean, like he's clamping, he gets them right in here rather than out into here or out into here, okay? Let's take a good look here. On the hut, ready, set, hut. Okay, good, good, good. One more time, one more time. All right, tight hands, get them as tight as you can. I don't care if you clap them there, big man. On hut, ready, set, hut. Okay, all right, all right. Now you see Sam, who's just learning this. Watch that, this is a perfect example. Sam, when he came off, what did you notice with Sam? See him push? You see that push that he just did, okay? All right, so we'll just do it the same way you did. Don't change a thing. All right, here we go, on the hut, ready, set, hut. Okay, you see that? Now, watch. Chris has been trained at Football U. Watch, let's let Chris do it. Watch how he grabs and lifts. Watch how his thumbs are up. Watch the difference of the hand placement. Here we go, on the hut. Ready, set, hut. Okay, one more time. Let's do it again. We see the difference between lifting and pushing. Set, hut. Okay, all right, great. Watch the hip thrust. Watch him get to the cowboy. Full block, just half speed though. Here we go. Now low and lower, low and low as you can go. Ready, set, hut. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're gonna review what we just talked about as far as the running game. If we could do this, fellas, if we just get back on that line, I'm sorry, come up here just a little bit. If we could just from all angles, remember the first thing we talked about was the posture. Just our 2-point stance with their staggered foot, and let's all get down in that good posture, okay? So remember, what we talked about is we're always gonna have one foot behind the other. We talked about, let your hands down between your legs. We talked about the arch of the back, the tucking of the chin in, the knees are at least going straight ahead, okay, if not knock-kneed, and we're always in a very good posture, okay? Get your heads up, whatever. That's the first thing we started. We're always talking, all right, relax, fellas. Remember we said that everything we're gonna do is on the insides of our feet. Okay, we're never up on our toes. It's always the flat-footed demeanor, all right? Why don't we just, one at a time, let's go with Chris first. I want you to, we'll go with the foot fire. And remember, with all our hands on the running game, we're gonna roll the meatballs to keep our hands tight. Watch the duck demeanor with the roll on the meatballs. Let's go Chris first, all right? Let's fire your feet. Here we go. Fire your feet, ready, set, hut, come on, attaboy. Come faster, move, gain some more ground. Attaboy, one more time, do it again. I want you to gain a little more ground though, okay? As if you had to drive the guy off the ball. One more time, here we go. Ready, move your feet, rolling meatballs, set, hut, come on, attaboy. All right, everything, your whole foot's on the ground, okay? Let's go with you, Big Sam. Here we go, buddy. All right, arch your back, bend your knees, moving the feet, okay? Come on, here we go, coming forward. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, very good. Okay, let's go, Dash, here we go. Remember, fellas, only have our knees out when we finish the block and go to the cowboy at the end. Okay, fellas, here we go. Bend your knee. Let's move our feet. Roll in the meatball. Stay off your toes, big man. Weight on the insides of your feet. Weight on the insides of your feet. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Move your hands. Move your feet. Okay, come on forward with me. Atta baby. Arch your back. Okay, very good. That's why our hands are tight. Remember? Remember. Then the next thing we talked about, we were talking about the footwork. If we could just fit our man here, Chris, into Sam. Okay, put your hands up on him, buddy. Remember when we talked about that jab and pop? You know what I'm saying to you? We're going to block the guy head up with us. We're not worried about the hips right now. But remember, we're always trying to lower our center of gravity. So we're really never stepping forward, all right? It's always low and lower. So again, repeat. Watch the first step low, the second step lower, and then watch the hips, okay? Here we go, one more time. Just the jab and pop with a head up man, all right? You just put your feet on them. Okay, fit yourself in, all right? Remember, low and lower on the hut. Ready, set, hut. Okay, very one more time. Take your third and fourth step. Lower your center of gravity on the first two. Here we go. And then roll your hips just a little bit. Ready, set, hut. That's what I'm talking about right there. Let's go with Big Sam up here. All right, all we're talking about, fellas, the last thing we talked about was the double under climb, and we'll just show you, we'll just fit big guy in. Remember, we did the turtle drill, we did hat to hat, but the emphasis is to shorten that chain up between your legs, rolling the hips with the knees bent. Okay, let's just do the feet drive climb thing. Fit yourself in. Yeah, roll. All right, remember, thumbs up, ready, set, hut, okay. That's what we're talking about. All right, last one, then we'll get to pass pro. Chris, why don't you do it one more time? All right, you do it, okay? I'll just give you the feet drive climb thing, all right? Watch his thumbs. Remember, the thumbs are up, all right? Watch him lift. Ready? Feet, drive, climb. That's what we're talking about. Okay, good.
Good. Better. Much better. All right, let me show you what happened to him.
Okay, good.
All right.
Low and lower.
Show yardage here. Good, very good.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
All right, here's your contact.
See him lift.
Here's your contact.